G'day folks, here is a collection of tips and tricks for your GoPro Hero 7 Black. If you're a seasoned GoPro user, you might want to go ahead and skip this video as there's probably not a lot new for you in it. I've made a tips and tricks video for the last few generations of GoPros, including the Hero 5 Black, Hero 6 Black, and now for the Hero 7 Black. So the first tip is about the lens protector here. Just like the Hero 5, Hero 6, and now the Hero 7 Black, it can be removed. And there's a couple reasons why you would want to remove it. First off, if it gets damaged, if you happen to drop it or it gets scratched, you can order these replacement lenses. The other reason is to use accessories like this. These are ND filters by Polar Pro. In order to use these, you have to remove this protective lens cover and then install these ones in its place. As well, if you purchase the Super Suit, which is compatible with the Hero 7 Black, in order for the camera to fit inside, you have to remove that protective lens first. It can be very tricky to remove the very first time, but with a little practice and a little patience, usually you can get it without too much trouble. Now what I like to do is put a little pressure this way, so pull this way, just a little bit, not too much, and then turn counterclockwise. So just like that. And then it comes right off. So once it's off, you can go ahead and replace the damaged lens or install it into one of your accessories. To put it back on, you just line up the notches and then twist in the same kind of fashion, just like that. Now the next tip is removing the side door. You can remove the side door and it's designed to come off. And all you do is you open it up, gently pull, and it comes right off. When you go to put it back on, make sure that tab is completely pressed out and just clip it back in. Now, there's several reasons why you would want to remove the door. The first is you have to remove the door if you're going to mount this into the Karma stabilizer or into the Karma drone. And you'll notice here the hole in the side of your frame matches up with that port. That allows you to charge the GoPro or use an external microphone when you have it mounted in the frame. And this leads me into my next tip. You can charge the GoPro with an external power bank while you're using it. Just like that, you'll see the GoPro is now charging. You can power on the GoPro and record while it's charging. That comes in especially handy if you want to do extended recording and not have to worry about battery power. And it's also great for doing long extended time lapses. If you want to do an extended night lapse where you're going to be recording from sunset to sunrise, you definitely need to plug it into external power. This is the GoPro brand power bank. It doesn't matter which power bank you use, they all will work the same way. When powering off a power bank or directly into a wall outlet, you can take the battery right out of the GoPro as it's not needed. Just keep in mind when you do have this door off and you're doing an overnight night lapse, say, it is no longer waterproof. If you happen to get a rain overnight, if you're doing an overnight night lapse, say, you could potentially damage your camera. So keep that in mind and take precautions. Now for my next tip, it's how to get visuals on your front screen and use that front screen to change your settings. That's how many of the older GoPros used to work before they had touch screens on the back. But it still comes in especially handy for certain situations. If you have your GoPro mounted, say, where you can't get at the touch screen, or if you're going to be taking this snorkeling or doing any kind of diving with it, you can't use the touch screen underwater. And that's where this tip comes in especially handy. So to get to that menu system, we're going to press the mode button and at the same time hit the record button. And as you can see there, that's changed the front screen. And from there, we can now scroll through and change all our settings. So for the next tip here, it's about locking the exposure. There's going to be those certain situations where you need the exposure locked. You might be going from dark to light, and you'll notice some flickering in your video. The GoPro is constantly adjusting the exposure value, so we can lock it in to keep it stable. And all we do to do that is press on the screen. That's going to bring up our spot meter. And from there, we can drag it around to a point on the screen or the image where we think it has good exposure. And then from there, we hit the check mark, and that will now lock it in. That little square is there, and that's where the exposure is locked to. So the next tip here is to do with time lapses and ISO. If you're doing a time lapse in video mode, it's just going to go ahead and record the video and done. There's not a lot of changes you can make to it. However, if you're going to be doing a time lapse and recording the still photos, what I usually recommend is making some adjustments to your ISO. So let's bring up our time lapse settings here. To do this, we're going to have to turn Protune on. You can see we have the iOS minimum set to 100, and right now the iOS maximum is set to 3200. So what can happen there as the light changes? The GoPro is going to adjust the ISO levels if you don't set it manually. And that can cause a lot of flickering, especially if you're trying to capture a sunset. As the light gets dimmer, it's going to bump up the ISO, and you'll see your time-lapse starting to get dark, and then it gets bright again, then it gets dark, and then it gets bright again. So what we want to do is change that to a minimum of 100 as well. So now the ISO won't automatically adjust and you'll get a nice time lapse with the least amount of flickering. So the next tip here is to do with the LED lights and the beeps that the GoPro makes. There's certain situations where they can be quite distracting and inappropriate, like if you're in a quiet church, maybe doing a time-lapse of a wedding or filming a wedding, and you want them disabled. So to adjust them, what we're going to do is swipe down from the top. We're going to click on Preferences. We're then going to go to General. From there, you can see the beep volume at the top there. We can click on it and do medium, low, and mute. You can set that to what's best for you. And then down here, we scroll a little bit and we see LEDs. From there, we can set them to all off or just turn the front off. Now, the next tip here is to do with playback. If you recorded something in slow motion, you now have the ability to watch it back in slow motion. So if we watch the clip, it plays it back in real-time speed. But what we can do is click on this button here. So if you have filmed something at 240 frames per second, it'll play it back in slow motion. You can also scrub through the video by pressing that button and dragging it along. And that's great for long extended videos to get you to the spot you want to preview. Now, new with the Hero 7 Black is the ability to record in portrait mode. You can see there how it automatically switches. However, sometimes that can be an issue because if you plan on recording in landscape, but you have the camera slightly tilted, the camera is going to start recording in portrait mode. So you can lock the orientation to prevent that from happening. So to change that setting, we're going to swipe down to get to our preferences. And then we're going to scroll down to touch display. At the top there, we're going to see landscape lock, and right now it's set to off. So from there, we can switch it to up or down, and the up and down are basically to do with whether you have your GoPro mounted upside down in a mount and filming and having the footage right side up. Now, for another tip here, if you plan on doing any kind of color correcting or color grading to your GoPro footage, it's best to shoot in a flat color profile. And to change to a flat color profile, what we're going to do is click on our video settings there. We're going to make sure Protune is turned on. And we're going to scroll until we see color. And right now it's set to GoPro color. So GoPro has set the colors the way they think it's best. But we can go there and change it to flat. So the benefit of shooting in a flat color profile, first off, it gives you better dynamic range. And when it comes to grading, it just gives you finer control over how things look. Now, for my last few tips here, it's about conserving battery power. GoPros have never been known to have great battery life, but there are a few things you can do to help extend your battery. So what we're going to do is turn off a few services that are not really needed all the time, and that will really greatly extend the life of your battery. So what we're going to do is swipe down to get to our preferences. The first thing we're going to do is turn off voice control. Voice control can eat up a lot of your battery power. The next thing we're going to do is turn off quick capture. Turning off quick capture can definitely save some battery power. So now we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. We're going to click on preferences and we're going to go to connections. And where it says wireless connections, we're going to turn that off. So you can't connect to the Wi-Fi on it anymore, but that will save you some battery power. Now the next battery saving tip here is to disable GPS. If you're not going to be making use of the GPS on your GoPro Hero 7 Black, it's a good idea to turn it off as that will save a significant amount of battery power. So to disable it, again, we go to our preferences, and then we're going to scroll down until we get to regional. And there we can see GPS at the top. We're going to click on it and set it to off. Now my last battery saving tip is probably the most significant that I find anyways to save battery power, and that is turning down the brightness of the screen. The screen is actually pretty bright on the GoPro, and that allows you to see it in very bright days if you're filming outside. However, we can turn down the brightness. We can't turn it right off, but we can bump it down. And to do that, what we're going to do is again swipe down from the top, go to preferences. We're going to go down to touch display, and then we're going to select brightness. And from there, we can put it all the way down. On older GoPros, it gave you a percentage. Here, we can just slide it all the way down until it's quite dim. Now, it can be a little tricky to see on a bright day, but you can cover it with your hand if you really need to see what's going on the screen. Well, folks, that's basically it for my tips and tricks video for the Hero 7 Black. Now, if there's any other tips that you think new users of the Hero 7 Black should know about, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. Well, folks, thanks a lot for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.